So welcome back to Craft Your Future today. We are continuing with our discussion on some of the habits that could be keeping you from progressing or even being rich in your current lifestyle or your future lifestyle. So we are here with Manuela and just want to continue the discussion that we've been having. We had some good topics in our last episode, and I think our viewers can access it from our links at the bottom. So now, another thing that we just want to touch on is gambling. There's so many companies, the sport persons and the betways and all these things are encouraging betting. In your view, how does this need to be handled?
Gambling it's a 50-50. You can win or lose. It's actually more like a 90-10, I think, on the losing end and winning. But what I would say is testing your luck is risky. And if you're going to gamble and if you want to bet, then you need to allocate some little money for this, if any at all. For me, I wouldn't advise to do it. Again, luck runs out, and running on, I guess, a lucky high where you see someone gambling on and on, that luck does run out, and thinking that you're gonna keep being that lucky is a little unrealistic in my opinion. Because
the funny thing is that you find the people who don't earn much are the people who even bet on a regular, and the minimum bet, maybe it's 50 shillings, 100 shillings. And they're doing this constantly every week. And if you were to just look at that holistically, 5 years down the line, somebody may have even reached 50 or even 100K on gambling.
Can I shock you? I think I need to find the statistics so that maybe you can link it. But it showed that a lot of these gambling companies are targeting areas that are more poverty stricken, because the more there's an increase in poverty in a certain area, the more there is gambling. So there's that attachment to chance and hope.
So people are hoping for a better life, and they have no way of doing it apart from gambling.
Yes, and then also in America, if you follow those that do win the big money in the, what is it called, the slots?
The lotteries.
Yes, the lotteries, they usually lose it in a year. In 3 years actually.
In 3 years.
3 years it's usually gone, and that is because there's that aspect of you don't know what to do with it. You're too happy. It's quick money, easy money. There's a high attached to it, and you kind of thought it wouldn't happen. And you have no plan for it. So there's some hope attached to it, and then just to remember that a lot of these firms are targeting areas where there's a lot of poverty, because they know that there's that luck and hope attached to it. So not to think of it as, oh, I'm so lucky I found this and I have this opportunity, but rather you are being targeted because they know you're looking for such a opportunity to make it big.
Right. So it's interesting that you mentioned that. The easy come, easy go, where somebody wins a huge amount of money and within 2-3 years it's gone.
It's gone.
So it brings up this thing for lifestyle inflation. Where the more money you have, the more your lifestyle increases.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
It's true. You know, we work hard, especially in Kenya. We're really hardworking, and we're known for that in the diaspora, you know. But the more money you earn, the more your lifestyle increases, right? And with that mentality, you find that you start living hand to mouth again, because now your rent is more, now your car note is higher, now your expenses are higher, you're going to more places, you're eating out more. So what happens is your lifestyle is inflating as high as your income is going, so that you're not really being able to save. So you find someone earning a really good salary, but out of it they're not being able to do anything constructive for themselves, because it's all going out again.
Because from the many discussions I've had with several different people, they're like, in my career I've been doing well, I've been getting promotions, I've been getting new jobs, and every time they move this step in life, they get a higher pay. But then they cannot tell where the money goes, because at the end of the month, if they're not paid by the 25th or 24th, depending on whichever company you're, they are left stranded, and they keep asking, I don't know, I'm paid well, but I don't know where my money goes.
Yes.
So it brings in this aspect of the lifestyle inflation, where you're trying to, you increase your lifestyle by the amount of money
Yes.
that has come in.
And that's not to say never increase your lifestyle.
Yeah.
We're not saying that.
Yeah.
We're just saying that there is a certain time to do it. It's not every time is the right time, because you also have your goals that you need to have in place so that you're actually building real wealth.
Yeah. So real wealth is a key, right?
Yes.
Don't focus on spending a lot now. You can increase your lifestyle, but a small percentage of it.
Yes.
And invest part of it. The rest of money, invest it.
Exactly. And there's something that I read in The Psychology of Money. It's an amazing book, but the easiest way to think about wealth, in my opinion, is what the book had said about it, which is wealth is what is not seen. So it's not
That's a good one.
the house, it's not the clothes, it's not the car. And I know sometimes even when looking for a spouse or a mate, that's what someone may first see. But that's not necessarily what wealth is. Wealth is investments. Wealth is the accounts you're not seeing, the funds that are working for someone, you know. Wealth is the lands that you're not seeing when you meet somebody. You know, I can't see how much you have like in the accounts or your properties or lands or whatever, you know. But that is a great way to think about wealth when someone wants to start building and wants to start increasing their lifestyle. Okay, what do I have that can't be seen but is helping build me?
So it's not what we're posting on Instagram.
No.
So it's not what people are seeing, the flashy lifestyle that is being sold to us out there.
No, and you actually find some of these Instagrammers, so no names, nothing, but you find they're actually not in good situations. So you find sometimes who you're admiring and maybe idolizing is not even in a great financial situation. And here you are stretching yourself to keep up, and your actual role model is not even keeping up themselves, you know?
So now, could it be that maybe somebody grew up knowing that when I get all my money, I'm meant to spend it? So example, the low income earners, the wage people who do a daily job where at the end of the day you're paid a small amount of money, and then you're meant to spend it on your food, your daily needs. So this person's lifestyle is basically, when I get money, I spend it. And when you look at this, it comes down to your mindset. Like, how have you grown up? What are the things that you've been seeing happening in your life and so on? Just speak about your mindset a bit and how it affects your finances.
Okay, so mindset plays a huge role in your personal finances, because it's only when you decide you need to change and you can change and you're willing to take accountability of what you have been doing that's not been working is when you can really move forward. And part of mindset has to do with how you've grown up, because whether you know it or not, it plays a part. Whether you saw your parents save and that habit was instilled in you, or whether you didn't see them save and it wasn't something that you saw in your home, never learned it, never talked about money, you saw your parents or folks or aunties really spending money, getting into debt. Those are things you know that could catch up with you later on. So once you're aware of this, you need to work on your mindset. Are you having a lack mentality? Are you having a scarcity one? There is a difference, right? So you need to be able to start reframing whatever these thoughts are that you're having about money, whether it's I can't make it, I can't ever reach this goal, I'm not good enough to have this type of lifestyle that I want, or whether it's the other side that says this is not enough, I never have enough.
Money will never be enough.
Yes.
And that kind of thinking, because somebody who believes that only the rich are the ones who invest money, and investment is not for us. So that such kind of a person will never see the value of investing. Will never see the value of saving, because they are meant to enjoy their money. The lifestyle of YOLO, remember the whole YOLO, you only live once. So somebody like that, it could be a result of their past. Sometimes it's not even their own wanting or to doing it like that. And that's why we keep saying this financial education is really important, that we get this information out there. We get to teach people that, okay, you have learned to do something a certain way, but there's a better way of doing it. if you really want to achieve your goals, the goals you said, that we must have a goal for our lives that we are really working towards. So if you have that goal, then you need to have a certain kind of mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
And which is an overcomer mindset, a success mindset. And I know we hear this a lot, but affirmations do help. Because it helps reframe that negative voice that when you keep hearing in your head, when you're able to slowly reframe it and remind yourself, no, I am wealthy, no, I can do it. That really helps. Also, taking taking account rather of who is around you. What are you listening to? What environments are you in? What relationships are you keeping? That also has a big part to play with our mindsets. And also, if you're struggling with being successful or wanting to be successful, but in your mind you can never really see yourself as successful or having certain amounts, start by keeping a certain amount in your account that you know it never goes past this amount. At least then you can start slowly showing yourself, yes, I can have this amount in my account. Yes, I can build from here. Because sometimes we allow our accounts to go to zero.
Funny you mentioned that. So I was even about to bring it up, because some of us really itch when we have money in our accounts.
Yeah, you can't
you really
sleep.
itch.
Like,
you can't sleep. You're like, I have to find a way of spending this money. And so you have to know your weaknesses, because if you're that kind of person who can't stand seeing their money in their account, then you need to find a place to put it where you can't access it. Yeah.
Where you can't access it.
Yeah.
You can still see it on your mobile banking app, but if you have a savings, you have to go to the bank to access it. If you have a money market fund, you have to go to the bank or make that phone call and write something,
request
and then
for them to liquidate it. Yes,
and then it comes out later on, either that day later on or a few days after, but at least it won't be in your reach per se. And even if you don't want to see it, but you just know you have that amount there, it doesn't have to be in the mobile banking app. You can ask them to remove it. So it's not something that you have to keep seeing and keep
and it in turn brings the impulse buying that you mentioned. So you see, I have money in the account, I can afford this, it's on sale, why not?
Exactly.
You end up buying a TV that you didn't need in the first place, because you now already have another one. Just because it's on offer, you access it and you buy it.
But at least if it doesn't go past, at least your account, if it doesn't go past a certain amount, lower than a certain amount, that amount can even be, depending on whatever low amount that you don't want your account to go below, at least to be able to reframe your mindset from always just seeing zero.
And it also improves your credit score.
It does.
Yeah. When you're going for that home loan, or you want to get some unsecured bank loan, your credit score is built on, does your money usually have a minimum balance? Usually, like they look at all these factors. How well do you repay your loans? Do you usually have a certain amount of money? How often is your account funded? So that they can see how, like, what kind of risk do you provide when when accessing the loan. All right, so I think the other thing that you need to then talk about, because if there's a scarcity mindset, then that means there's an abundance mindset. Yes. Talk more about the abundance mindset, because I feel people need to shift from the scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset.
So the abundance mindset is the one where I'm an overcomer. I will do it. Even if the person doesn't have enough right now, it is the mindset that I am working towards making more money, and I will be successful, And abundance mindset is really, it's not about how you've grown up. It's more about overcoming whatever has happened and being able to move towards prosperity and doing better with your money and knowing that you can. And this mindset can be cultivated. Again, many of us did not grow up in homes where we were taught personal finances. I didn't. Many of us did not grow up where we saw a lot of money maybe. So when you're coming from such places, you need to be able to cultivate that mindset. And with abundance mindset comes also finding creative and new ways to be able to make money, It's not always about saving and saving every coin. It's also about being able to have side hustles, being able to have different ways of making income. So with abundance mindset also comes the action part. of doing and knowing that you're able to do it. Yes.
Yeah. So start where you are with whatever you have. Know what you're good at. Because you can leverage and start making money from some of the things that you're good at. You could be good at teaching, maybe. You can start giving tuition classes. You could be good in music. Teach somebody how to learn, how to play an instrument or something like that. Because there's only so much you can do when it comes to cutting down your expenses. Yeah. So it's a good thing that you brought in the aspect of even learn ways of increasing your income. And there are so many courses out there that can teach you this. Also, you teach that at Figuring Finance, and also at Craft Your Future, we teach you how to grow your income, how to manage it. And so all these things are available to us. I think I want to just say, up to that point, I just want to say thank you, Manuela. It has been a pleasure sharing with you and also learning from your experiences as well. And to also you who have watched this episode, I just want to urge you that you need to move from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. You need to believe that you are meant for more. Your past does not define your future. And all the things that are out there available to others, they're also available to you. Opportunities are for everyone. And with that, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you subscribed, you liked, and share this content with everyone so that all of us grow. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
So you've made it to the end, and I'm sure you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe so that more people out there can gain more financial awareness and learn how to better manage their money.